we all have that voice in our head, right? That voice that talks down on you, tells you you can't do something. It's like everybody else is better than you. Oh, you don't want to go do that. There's no need to go do that. It gives you these reasons not to go do something, or it tells you you're worse than you actually are. I'll give you an example from my personal life. Whenever I was a kid, I was obsessed with basketball. And I mean like genuinely obsessed with basketball. I played it all the time. I think I started whenever I was like 7 years old. And I was actually really fucking good. I was like always a star player on my team. I'd make a lot of points. I was really good at shooting, good at passing, good at dribbling, all that stuff. I got to middle school, and I actually made my school basketball team in 6th grade. And I guess just the me realizing that I was surrounded by a bunch of good players and people that I actually knew, my brain was talking down on me. It was like, all these people are better than you. You're probably never gonna get to play. Whenever you get the ball, just pass it. You don't want to miss. If you miss in front of them, they're all gonna make fun of you. They're gonna be mad at you. I was giving myself all these reasons to not play my best, basically. And I was so confident before. Whenever, like, all before middle school, all through elementary, whenever I was really good, I was so confident. If I get the ball, I wouldn't care to shoot. I wouldn't care to pass. I would do whatever I wanted to. Whenever I was in that flow state, like, I'm actually good. I know what to do. I wouldn't be scared to shoot. And none of that. But come middle school, if someone passed me the ball, I would not shoot. My brain was like, don't shoot, you're gonna fucking miss. And I'm always talking down to myself. And it actually made me overall way worse, like terrible. And so when the time came, we were done practicing for all this time, we're actually starting to play games. The very first game, I'll never forget. And keep in mind, I was always in the game. I was star player, everything. First game, I didn't go in for a single second. I was benched the whole game. And keep in mind, I'm 11 years old, right? I'm fucking 6th grade. I was 11 years old, so take it easy on me in the comments. But I go in, I leave the game because it's over. It's like 10 seconds left, and I just start crying. Because I was a little bitch, obviously. But I start crying. I'm like, man, I'm used to being in the game all the time. And here I am, like, I didn't even play a single second. Am I that bad? The voice kicked in again, obviously. I'm sitting there crying. My mom pulls me to the side. And everybody looked at me. So I was like, the next day at school, I was like, oh, fuck, everybody's going to be making fun of me and shit. But that's besides the point. But the voice was talking down on me, telling me everybody's better than me. I'm not going to do shit. I'm terrible. That voice, I led my life based on the voice in my head. I was making choices based on that voice instead of doing things how I wanted to do it. So you can think about that in any way. Whatever your goal is, whatever anything is, you don't want to make your choices based on what that voice is telling you. This part of your brain is like your biggest hater. There's no one in the world who's going to hate on you more than that voice. And the worst part is it's going to be your whole life. You're never going to get rid of that voice. But what you need to learn how to do is to overcome that voice and realize whenever the voice is talking to you. Because there's going to be times whenever it's talking to you and you won't even realize it. You're probably, I'm probably right, blah, blah, blah. But the first step you need to do is to realize when it's talking to you. Because one of the most important things you ever do is to understand how to deal with that voice. If you don't learn how to deal with the voice, it's going to control you. And it's going to make your confidence go down. It's going to make you never strive to do things. So the first step in realizing how to deal with it is to realize when the hater is talking to you. Whenever that part of your brain is talking to you. And the way you can know that is if your inner voice is like whining or complaining or telling you don't want to do something. Whenever you know you really want to do something deep down, but you just listen to the voice and say, yeah, I probably don't want to do it. That's the best way to know whenever it's talking to you. Or if it's just talking, you're just talking down on yourself. That's the voice hating on you. You just need to notice when the voice is there. And then you use targeted thinking to get over that. And ask yourself, what do I actually want? With targeted thinking is to know what you actually want and what you need to do in order to achieve it. And then also being able to understand when the voice is talking to you, obviously. So this is you at your absolute best self. You're making your proper choices. You're going after the things you want to go after. You're developing yourself. You're learning skills you want. You're doing things you want. And this is you down here whenever you're letting the voice make decisions in your life. So imagine, see the gap. This gap probably makes you feel like shit. You're like, damn, I probably could be performing a lot better and doing a lot better things with my life. Now imagine that gap shrunk, and you're at your absolute best self. Imagine how good you'd be feeling up here and the things you'd be accomplishing with your life. About a year before I started YouTube, the voice in my head was telling me all these things, like why I shouldn't do it. It's like, oh, I look bad on camera. Oh, who would listen to me? All the people out there, there's so many people who are already much bigger than me who could probably give better advice. Why would anybody want to listen to me? And like, oh, what are the odds that I, of all people, pop up on YouTube and start actually getting people to watch me? Whenever, in reality, I should have just been using targeted thinking and thought, well, what do I want to do? And what are the steps that I need to take in order to do it? And why do I want to do it? So I could have just been doing that, which I ended up doing it, but it was like a year later. I could have made so much more progress. If I would have just ignored that voice in my head and just kept doing it, kept doing whatever, I'd be so much further ahead right now. So I really hope you do that with your life. Whatever your goals are, ignore that voice and just go after whatever you want to go after. So just remember targeted thinking, know what you want to do, know what you need to do to get it, and just go after it. Just tell that fucking hater in your head to settle down, leave you the fuck alone, and go do the shit you're here to do. You know, everybody has their own purpose. Everybody does. You have something that you want in your life, and there's something that's going to make you more fulfilled than anything else. You know what that is. So just go and do it. Do what you're here to do. Give it everything you got, because it's what you want to do. Give it all you got. Go fully in and ignore that fucking voice. Do the shit you want to do. Align your life with it, and get it done. So that's pretty much the whole video, but if you're interested in this kind of content, please subscribe. I make videos on self-improvement, mental health, physical health, a lot of goal-setting type stuff, and social skills. That's my main stuff that I like, so if you're into that, please subscribe. Besides that, if you got any goals, go make that shit happen, and I will see you in the next video.